Hello everybody, welcome to the stream and to another day in Azeroth. Thank you guys very much for joining me. Let's see, mailbox, yeah, we didn't sell any of the weapons. And so I am going to stash these in the bank.
Here there.
And then one day, down the road, people will have money and we'll be able to sell them for like an actual profit above the vendor price. Alright, what else? We have a quest to turn in back in the throne room. Let's go do that. And then we'll head out into Dunmorrow and we will be finishing up our questing here today. Leo, you saw up to 10 layers on the US server this morning. That's a lot of layers. But at least it's only one server. Level 47 is the highest level character in the EU now. Do they sleep? No, not very much.
What's on your mind?
Well, I mean, there's two different ideas. There's like the first idea that springs to mind, which is somebody that's like not sleeping, not eating properly. And they're doing it solo. But the other idea, and maybe the more likely one, is that there's a degree of account sharing going on, where multiple people are leveling one character. And that's probably not the case for like every high level character, but I'd be really surprised if it wasn't the case for some of them. We have a little quest turn in back here. I think this is like a breadcrumb that would have led us into the rogue quest we already did. But I'm gonna go turn it in to get it out of our quest log. Blue Canary, thank you so much for the super chat. Any hope of rolling a Blood Elf in the future? You know, it's likely. I think if I were to ever do like a Blood Elf run once TBC is out, I'll probably do it in a recorded series. I think when I'm streaming this on this server, we're always going to be Alliance. But yeah, I really like Blood Elves, so the chance of an eventual Blood Elf playthrough is pretty high. And we have a year to wait for it, so by then, maybe I'll be ready.
No. Be good. Safe travels.
I don't know what that was. Yeah. What is this? Find somebody by Nomergon. Is this just like the dwarf equivalent of the rogue quest that we already did in Elwyn Forest? I might not do this one. I might not do it. I really need to start fishing. Oh, I haven't fished at all. What a shame. That's why my cooking is barely leveled up. I'm gonna have to do some fishing in Stormwind City. I'm gonna have to go back to starting the streams with fishing. Can you fish inside of Ironforge? Not back in the Forlorn Cavern. I've tried to fish back here before because I thought like this would be a really like ambient place to fish. You can't fish back there, there's no fish. So yeah, I don't think there's anywhere in Ironforge City that you can fish. There's a high level requirement to fish in the capitals. I've fished in Stormwind from like fishing level 0. there shouldn't be a level requirement to fish in Stormwind. I think I'm pretty sure that I've trained fishing there and then started fishing there. Maybe there are like special pools or areas that are higher, I don't know. But fishing in the canals, you can do that at 0. A high level to guarantee the fish. Maybe. I don't know. I've never had a problem with it. We'll see. It's either that or we go back to Goldshire. And we fish nearby Goldshire. Either way is fine. Some of these, like, I don't know if this is like a body of water right here or if this is like a frozen body of water. I don't really know if there are many places besides like Brunel Village where we can fish in Dunmorrow. I'm pretty sure this is frozen. We can't get up here by the airfield. Why does no one go for sagefish anymore? They're better than better for mana than water. I don't know. I don't know that I don't level a lot of casters. And of the casters I have leveled, I don't know how many of them have actually fished. Is that true? I mean, they're better than water, but like at what level, you know? I'm sure eventually like you can get better water. Is it rare? That could be why it's hard to go for. Yeah, I don't know. Did I decide on a profession? I mean, right now we're just sticking with skinning and herbalism. I don't know if I'll eventually go alchemy or not. Probably. I'm gonna start saving my herbs, and that way if we want to go alchemy down the road, we can. But yeah, for now I like having skinning. It's hard for me to not have skinning. I feel like, especially right now, it's basically the only thing providing me with money. Since, you know, we can't even sell greens for 6 silver apiece, so if I don't do skinning, I am not going to make any money. And if I don't make any money, we're not going to be able to afford our mount.
See you soon.
So I think for right now, I'm just going to keep doing the gathering. Selling whatever I can.
You got my attention.
There's so many people in this cave right now. It's crazy to be level 13 and to still be competing for tags. Like, in most of the areas we go in, we're still competing for tags. I don't even really remember it being like that back in 2019. I remember, like, opening night being obviously, like, really packed, really laggy, really janky for the first couple hours. But I feel like by the time I signed on the next day, it wasn't like this. If there's someone in my guild who has enchanting, put an enchant on my weapon. Yeah, I don't know. My guild's... I'm in a kind of like a small guild right now. I don't know. And I don't talk in guild chat, obviously, because it's like basically impossible for me to communicate in guild chat and talk to chat, and play the game. I have... How many people do we have online? We've only got a handful of people online, so... I don't really know what I'm doing with a guild yet. I don't think I'm going to start my own guild because I don't have the time or the energy or the desire to lead a guild, and I'd rather not be the figurehead of a guild. I already have a figurehead guild in Cataclysm that I don't participate in. So I think I'm just going to eventually find a guild that raids. Maybe I'll just have to be like a real World of Warcraft player and I'll have to fill out an application and I'll have to do an interview. Maybe I'll have to do a bunch of stuff that a WoW player might have to do if I want to get into a raiding guild. To be fair, I've never once filled out an application for a guild. Nor have I had to interview with a guild, but that's because the only guild I was in that ever raided, like, my friend was in the guild and he got me into the guild, and everybody in the guild turned out to be really cool and we all became friends. And yeah, I mean, I've interviewed other people for guild spots, but I've never had to do it myself. Why is this guy tagged for me? Oh my god, now he's resetting. Okay, it's fine. Guilds can also be a lot of drama, yeah. Thankfully, like the Cataclysm guild that exists on my Discord, they don't seem to have a lot of drama. So I appreciate that. If I'm going to have a guild that exists because of me, but that I have actually nothing to do with day to day, then I'm happy that it doesn't have drama. At least it doesn't have drama that spills over into Discord where I can see it. And I appreciate that. The guild I used to be in didn't have any drama. We were all adults. We were all just normal, mature people that, you know, we enjoyed the game as an activity, but we didn't take it, like, overly seriously. And so we just had a good time. But yeah, some guilds can be drama. I have a zero tolerance policy for drama, especially in a video game. I just don't give a shit. So that's always an issue. When applying to guilds, like, I might find a guild that fits my raid times, that, like, raids when I want to, and, like, they might, you know, be okay with what I do. But then, like, you know, is it gonna be, like, just mature, normal people playing the game, or is it gonna be a bunch of wackos? It's really hard to say. I am out of throwing weapons. That's so sad. We ran out. We don't have any, and I don't really know where to buy more. I guess eventually I'm gonna have to train guns and just equip a gun to pull with, unless I can find where to buy some throwing weapons. We still need a few bone snappers. Yeah, we had a 21 and up age requirement for the guild. And like throughout the years, like we might have had 1 or 2 people that were like just south of 21, but they were mature enough that they could pull it off. And obviously like we weren't IDing people. But yeah, basically the ask was that you just be like a normal, semi-functional adult human. That was basically the ask. And you know, and if you are an awful flagellant racist, just don't show us that side of you. Like that was basically like the only ask. Just while you're here hanging out, just be relatively normal. You thought the rogue permanently retained throwing knives? You're probably thinking of like a retail ability or an ability post Cataclysm. In Classic Era, the throw ability actually throws your throwing weapon, so the throwing weapon just goes into the range slot. And then you use the throw ability to throw the weapon, but they run out, they're finite. Kind of like ammo is finite for the gun and for the bow. The throwing knives are also finite. There's a boss blue drop throwing weapon. Oh man. That's like such a double-edged sword. Like, oh look, a great throwing weapon that I'm gonna run out of and have to farm it up again if I want it. That's awesome. There should be an epic throwing weapon that has infinite uses. That would be cool. Blacksmithing can make green throwing weapons? Right on. That's cool. I've never really thought about like a rogue blacksmith. Although I guess, you know, if you're a rogue blacksmith, you can at least make your own weapons and throwing weapons. Could have some benefits. And then I guess you would go into like weaponsmithing at max level. What do I think the end goal for this realm is? I don't even think Blizzard knows that yet. I mean, we know we're getting TBC. But as far as whether or not we're going to get Wrath of the Lich King, they don't know yet. I think they're going to wait and see. We probably won't hear anything about Wrath of the Lich King or not until we're like midway through TBC. I would say that it'll probably go to Lich King, and that'll probably be as far as it goes. And then they'll probably consider spinning these up every couple of years if they go well, if the player base is high. I wish that the end game was just getting TBC era servers, like a permanent TBC era server. I wish that was going to be the end game. Like, if I had my way, they would stop this progression at TBC, and we would get TBC era servers, okay? And then in a couple years, we would do another progression, and then that progression would take us all the way to Wrath of the Lich King, and then after that progression, we would have Wrath of the Lich King era servers. So yeah, we would do the TBC progression this time, we would end up with TBC era servers that were going to stick around forever. A couple years later, we do another progression, fresh start. This one goes all the way to Wrath. And then at the end of that one, we keep Wrath era servers. And that way, within 4 years, we'll have an era server for every era. That's how I would do it. I feel like that would be pretty decent pacing. And yeah, but is that how they will do it? No. Since that's what I came up with, they will do nothing like that. Because what the hell do I know? If the player base is high on what? Copium. They have to be, if they're really high on Copium, then they'll push on into Wrath era. I thought that was obvious. Sorry. This guy sheeps him and runs away. Okay, bro, thanks. Appreciate that. Priest Mace of Arcane Wrath. Okay, so the only arcane spell I know about that Priest casts is the Night Elf racial ability, which arguably is not really that good. Priest Mace of Arcane Wrath. There we go. That is 10 out of 10. Dragon's Bane, good afternoon, man. Boops Boops, welcome to the stream, buddy.
How are ya? Great to meet you. What can I do for ya? Watch your back.
Okay, with that stuff done, our next step is to head further to the east. We're going to go down here and do the Lost Pilot. And after that, we'll head over this way, and we will then go into Loch Modan. We're not going to... I don't think we're going to... Well, we could do the intro quest in Loch Modan. Sometimes I go do Westfall first, like the first couple of quests in Westfall, and then we go to Loch Modan. But if we're already here, we might as well do the first couple of like level 11, level 10 quests. We can get those done, and then after that we can start Westfall. What's the add-on that shows the complete map and how to get to other zones? It's Leatrix Maps. And it has options for whether or not you want to like actually reveal the map or if you want the map to stay hidden. You can turn on or off these little markers for things like the spirit healers and the zone entrances.
What's on your mind?
I don't think I've ever had to wait for Mange Claw before. For some reason I thought that like turning in that quest or taking the quest actually spawned him. Yeah, I don't remember ever having to wait. Target is tapped. Well, that's a shame. Okay. There we go. How's the leveling? It is slow, but still enjoyable. Yeah, we've made very slow progress, but it's been fine. I don't mind it.
How are you? Watch your back.
Yeah, I mean, the rogues have a really fast kill rate. So if you wanted to go fast, if going fast was your modus operandi, then the rogue would be a good class to do it on. Absolutely. I like killing things fast, but ultimately just kind of progressing at my own speed. I teach you? I'm not qualified for that. Slice and dice is the greatest priority. No, coffee is the greatest priority. But slice and dice is a close second. MG, I appreciate that. Thanks for being here and checking out the stream.
You got my attention? Hey, good. Off with you. Great to meet you. What's on your mind? Keep your feet on the ground!
Yeah, aesthetically, Lac Modan's one of my favorite zones. This is also especially a very beautiful time of day. We have the sunset skybox right now. Lisa, good afternoon to you and welcome to the stream. We found a recipe for succulent pork ribs. I guess that Trog was an aspiring chef. Ratatouille, definitely superior than Ratatouille. It seems like it would make leveling so much fun, so much more fun having a streaming audience. Well, yeah, it's oh no, until we die because we get distracted by chat. Yeah, playing the game and hanging out with you guys is much more enjoyable than playing the game and hanging out in a vacuum. Until you distract me and get me killed, and then I regret everything. I just don't think I was paying attention to however much HP I had was clearly not enough to go into that pull. Let's go again! That's death number 3 for us. I have a little tiny death counter down here. So that's death number 3. Is this zone fine for a level 12? Yeah, you could come here at level 12. I would argue that at level 12 there's probably other stuff you should be doing in Elwynn Forest and in Dunmorrow, if you haven't already. But you could come here at level 12. We did everything in Elwynn Forest and we did everything in Dunmorrow, and that left us level 14 before we came here. And that's just how I like to do it. I like to get ahead of the leveling curve. Next time we go to the city, I've got to get some green armor. I've got no greens at level 14, which is not really typical. I'm kind of regretting not taking leatherworking to give myself like that, like an edge early on when it comes to gear. I'm kind of regretting not taking leatherworking. At this point, I've already vendored 3,000 leather, so there's really like no reason to worry about it at this point. You didn't finish all of Dunmorrow, then you've got to go back. Yeah. In Classic Era, you don't have to, but you really want to do all the quests. Like, I would say at least 2 starting zones. Like, you don't have to do all 3 starting zones. I've done all 3 of them before, and like, it doesn't benefit you that much because you start to out-level things. But I would say, like, ideally you pick 2 starting zones, whether it's Teldrassil and Dunmorrow, or Elwynn and Dunmorrow, and you do all of 2 starting zones. And then that leaves you in a really good place to either go to Westfall or to go to Loch Modan. And even then, like, let's say you start off in Loch Modan, like, we're going to do a couple things in Loch Modan, and then we're going to go over to Westfall. And we're going to do a couple things in Westfall, then we're going to come back to Loch Modan. And then eventually we're going to head out to Darkshore. So Classic Era is a lot about zone hopping. If you want the leveling journey to kind of be smooth and you don't want to encounter those times when you have to grind a lot to catch up, then you really want to zone hop as much as you can. And we are out of potions. And this is why I died last time, because I go from pull to pull. And since we're killing stuff really quickly, I feel really strong. But, you know, I'm not a warrior. I don't have, like, a bunch of armor protecting me. So I have to get used to really, like, thinking about my HP a little bit more than I am. Because, yeah, obviously this is not, like, where we want to be, like, HP-wise. Not in an area where we're going to get, like, lots of respawns. I'm definitely not used to wearing the leather. Typically when we're melee, whether we're a paladin or a warrior, we're wearing, like, chainmail. Plate. I'm done with both of these quests. So we don't have to keep killing trogs if we don't want to. Nice, nice. That was worth it. Lesser healing potion. Oh, I have 3 of these apparently that I just didn't know about. That's cool. Maybe it was worth killing them because maybe they've been dropping lesser healing potions. Which I can definitely stand to have more of.
How are you? See you soon.
Oh my god, chat, I have a talent point. I can't believe I forgot to spend it. It's totally unlike me. We're gonna go one more point into lightning reflexes. And then our next point is going to go into deflection, because we have to get down into riposte.
What can I do for you? met. Keep your feet on the ground.
I don't think I'm gonna do this one right now. I think I'm gonna hold off on this one until we're a higher level. We will go north and we'll do the Kobold Rat Ear quest, and we will do the cooking quest for the boar meat, the bear meat, and the spider ichor. But we'll come back for this one. This one's a little bit tougher. There's casters, there's a cave. Why is Riposte good? People told me that it's worth having. It's basically just like an extra ability that you can do sometimes, like situationally. It becomes active after parrying an opponent's attack. It deals 150% weapon damage and disarms the target for 6 seconds. So yeah, it's got big damage. It's another button to push reactively, and reactive abilities are always fun. And then it also disarms them for 6 seconds if they have a weapon. That's huge against like anybody swinging on us.
What can I get for you today?
I've never used the ability before, so it's going to be brand new to me. Kind of reminds me of Overpower on the Warrior.
Safe travels.
You could go into Precision first. I feel like it's worth unlocking Riposte as soon as possible. Riposte seems big enough that it just makes sense to get this opened up as soon as possible, and then circle back for Precision. That's like, because to me that's like, it's another button to push, which is a big deal. Like having those reactive abilities is very fun gameplay wise. Did we pick up, no, we didn't pick up any of the quests here yet. And actually, I still need to grab the flight point. My Hearthstone is set to the Thunder Brew Distillery. That's basically useless to me.
You got my
I'm gonna bind it here for now, even though I don't really need it bound here either.
Well met.
Daryl, I'm glad you're liking the content, man. Thanks for checking out the stream and hanging out with us.
What's on your mind? Be good. See you soon. Great to meet you. Safe travels. Be good.
You're gonna get more bang for your buck out of lightning reflexes. It's gonna be less damage that you passively take. Like the higher your dodge, the more passive damage reduction you have. Whereas gouge is really useful when you like accidentally overpull. So like it has uses, but I feel like you get more bang for your buck going into the dodge. I died and I forgot to turn on track herbs. There we go. Right now we are level 14. That reminds me, I have to train guns in Ironforge, and then I have to train guns, I have to train maces, and I have to get a gun. It sucks not having a ranged weapon. I got used to having my throw-in items, and sometimes I go to pull something at range and I realize I can't do that right now. So we have to get that sorted out next time we're back in Ironforge. Especially when we're in so many situations where we're competing with tags, like with other players.
What can I get for you today? Watch your back. Talk to me. Be good. Off with you. Be good. Watch your back.
I'm gonna need a coffee refill very soon. Maybe I can wait until we head to Westfall. The quest add-on that we're using is Dialogue UI. The reason why it's going off the screen so fast is because I'm just slapping the space button. And with Dialogue UI, the space button accepts the quest and progresses it. It doesn't naturally like move that fast on its own, unless you're like doing what I'm doing, which is tapping space. Daryl, thank you so much for the membership. I really appreciate that. Dialogue UI. All the add-ons are in the description, also. I actually remembered to put them there. I'm having flashbacks, guys. It's almost like we were just here doing this 2 or 3 days ago. Severe, severe flashbacks. This must have been what we were doing when I picked up the rogue on white main and decided that was the class I wanted to play for the fresh start. Because yeah, I remember just doing this on a rogue. Yeah, it's deja vu. That's good. That makes me feel like we're making pretty decent progress. Well, that was pretty easy. Is this the PvE server? Yes. This weird aggro is going to get us into a lot of trouble. I don't know where these guys are going or why. Why is this guy running away? Why is this guy chasing this other guy? The aggro is so weird. Oh my gosh. And I think we have a body back here to loot. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we can definitely get out of this cave. Now that we have all the items, we don't have to be here, and there are lower level kobolds to fight elsewhere. And that is what we're going to do. Let's go turn this one in, and then we'll just kind of kill everything in the area at that point. What time is it in the EU right now? Is it prime time? 8:30. It sounds like prime time. So I suppose if we go to Westfall right now, Westfall is probably going to be pretty packed. Because Westfall tends to be more populated than Loch Modan, and Loch Modan is pretty busy. So that ought to be fun.
I've the finest wares in the land. Up with you.
Yeah, basically what Reason said. Comparison is the thief of joy. At the same time, like, if you're engaging with something and you feel guilty about it, then it's probably not a good idea to keep engaging with it. Like, if you can't find a way to enjoy the experience for what it is, and not have this regret that you're supposed to be doing something else, then I would say definitely stop. Because in no way is it going to be mentally or emotionally productive to engage in something that you feel guilt about doing. I would then examine what you do with that time. If you stop playing the game because of that, I would say, like, pay attention to what you end up doing with that time and see if maybe you're going to waste that time anyway. You know what I mean? Like, is that time going to be replaced by doom scrolling on the internet? Is that time going to be replaced by, like, spending it on social media? Or are you actually going to do something productive with that time that you feel good about? And then also keep in mind that no matter what you do with your career or how many yachts you can afford, eventually we all end up in the dirt, my friend. And we don't take any of it with us. Yeah, for some people, when they cut back on gaming or they stop gaming, some people find other productive things to do. Other people just find other ways to waste their time that might not be as rewarding. It all depends. Games aren't for everybody. I've had times in my life where I've stepped away from games, either to pursue, like, whatever I was working on, pursue my career. Like, I've had those times, so I definitely understand. Like, what you don't want to do is engage with something that you do feel guilty about doing. What I eventually did, when I decided I wanted to keep playing video games, and I decided I didn't want to stop playing video games, and I decided that it was okay that that was important to me, I started my YouTube channel. And that was how I took video games and made it into something that, like, in my mental emotional complex, it checks the box that says productive work. And the most important thing for a human being to feel healthy and good is for you to be doing something that your brain can feel is productive work. And basically anything can check this box if that's how you feel about it and that's how you approach it. And yeah, so that was eventually how I handled it. And in some ways, I got lucky because my corporate career gave me a lot of the skills I needed to step into doing this. It also gave my brain the apparatus to perceive this kind of thing as something productive and enjoyable at the same time. And obviously not everyone starts with that background. But to be fair, when I started my channel, I sucked at it. Everything about it was bad. The audio was bad, the video was bad. But it became something that I got to improve at over time. And then like each step on that pathway of improving the content and making it better kept checking that box of like doing productive work. Even though it's not work, it was able to check that box like in my brain. Sour Mouse, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. We are having a good time with Fresh, absolutely. The Rogue was ultimately the best choice. I'll always love a warrior, but the Rogue I have things to learn. I have things to discover and to experience. So ultimately a better choice. Really have to find some bears. Bears, and I need to kill like a pile of kobolds. So let's head over this way. Yeah, not having a throw-in weapon really hurts. Especially when we're still competing for tags. I have to remember, train guns, buy a gun. Because yeah, it hurts. It hurts to be running up to a mob, knowing you're gonna lose the tag to someone who's gonna fire off a ranged ability. The general goods guy has throwing weapons. I'm definitely gonna check. I don't think I've ever resupplied myself on throwing weapons, so I have no idea. This seems like an aggro chain I might not want to get on. Yeah, I'm gonna let that play out. Let's let him reset. We just recently capped a pally, and going from paladin to rogue, definitely a night and day difference. Especially like the later game paladin. By the time we were in like the level 40s, the kill rate was so slow. It's like, and it's one thing to know, like going in, like it's D tier DPS, your damage is not going to be good. It's another thing to then experience it for 100 hours. After the pally, everything will feel fast. Except maybe like a druid. A druid would probably be the only thing that would feel like a boomkin druid. It'd feel comparably slow. Inventory's full. Okay, we're pretty close to town. Let's just run back and vendor some stuff. Yeah, I've been holding off on getting more coffee. I was thinking I would try to wait until I was in flight down to Stormwind. Which, you know, could be soon. Maybe not, depending on if any of these kobolds actually have ears.
I've the finest wares in the land.
Wait, what is this? 3 agility. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Why not? Let's put it on for a slightly different color palette, I guess. We're going from gray to green. Alright, let's not sell anything else until we get the... Well, we have to sell a few more things. What can I sell? I can sell the leather, I can sell the boots. I don't want to sell any of the animal parts, because I'll sell the wrong ones. Leather scraps can go. Spider legs, I don't think I need. Boar ribs, I don't have a recipe for. Okay, let's cook some of this stuff and get it out of the inventory. She has throwing weapons. Yes, thank you for the reminder. I probably would have completely forgot. Yeah, let's see. We'll just get the better ones. Whatever is the best thing we can equip. What's the difference between an axe and a knife? Nothing really. Just like aesthetically. I guess it's just like an aesthetic difference. We'll take the balanced throwing daggers. I'm assuming it stacks of 200. So I could probably, like for inventory space, I can probably only afford to have one stack at a time. Yeah, let's just do one stack at a time. If they're this easy to get, then I can just always resupply.
Safe travels.
Oh, of course, here's the beer-basted boar rib recipe, you know, for the boar ribs that I sold. Good.
How are you? See you soon.
Oh, okay. So, interestingly, since they're not ammo, they don't stay in your inventory. You equip them all. That's cool. Which means if we really wanted to, we could carry a backup stack. For some reason I thought they were going to function like ammo, I just wasn't paying attention. It doesn't really make sense to equip 200 knives to your person, but I'll allow it. I mean, that's kind of what they get for going in, and they went in and frost novaed an entire pack just so we couldn't get any tags. So I don't really feel bad about that one. I feel like that's kind of what you deserve. Just let it happen. Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna help because the reason they got into that situation to begin with is because instead of like sharing even a single tag, they thought, I'll go in, I'll frost nova everything. Some of it will go on to this guy, and he'll have to deal with them anyway. And then I'll kill one or two, and then he'll have to kill the other ones, and I'll be good. That was their thought process when they went in and frost nova, that I would end up having to fight some of them. So yeah, I feel like that was what you deserve in that situation. Have a nice tiny little spirit run. Maybe don't do that again next time. They were being selfish. A little bit, yeah. Yep. Pretty much. I felt like I could just let Karma do an instant turnaround on that one. And to be clear, I will often run into packs and tag multiple enemies with the intention of fighting them. I will only ever go in and tag the ones that I intend to fight myself. Did I notice how some of the legacy servers went to a higher population? I didn't. Stitches went from medium to high, and Pyrewood Village went from low to medium. I didn't notice that. I wonder why that would be. I kind of expected those populations to decrease, you know? Maybe the idea of fresh got people like wanting to come back to the game, like to play classic, but then they realized that they had like established characters and they had gold and they had bank items and they were like, I'll just play where I was playing before. Maybe that's what some people did. Like they got the itch to come back, but they were like, well, I already have stuff. I'm gonna play where I have stuff. I can see that happening for a lot of people. For as many of us who like the fresh start, there are just as many people that don't really understand it, that don't really like it. You know? So we've got all of our animal parts. So now we just need to find some more ears, and we'll be good. Then we can get out of here and head over to Westfall. And I can refill my coffee. We just need the respawn rate to go bonkers. Right about now. The charge, the warrior's charge is always going to beat the throwing knife. Man. Alright. Do I know where to fish for sagefish? No idea. No idea. I've leveled fishing a few times, but I don't think I ever did it as a caster, so I don't think I was ever really going after sagefish. This cobalt situation is kind of rough. It's rough out here. Maybe we should go back over to the mine area. 'Cause, like, not only are there not a lot of enemies here, but they're just respawning so slow for the amount of people killing them. Maybe I just need to, like, park it for a second, stop moving, and just camp for a moment. See if things actually respawn over here or not. I feel like they always respawn really fast inside the mine. Yeah, we're not going to get anything out here. Not with a mage here that has flame blast. Let's just go, let's check this area one more time and then we'll go back into the mine and see if we can get some respawns going. Yeah, they're higher level there, so I was trying to avoid it, but it seems like that's really going to be the only option right now. It's the clan of earless rats. Yeah, pretty much. So not a lot of these guys are dropping ears. Shockingly few of them seem to have ears of any kind. We're obviously slicing the ears off like as we fight, but even if that were the case, couldn't we just pick them up off the ground and put them in our bags? Damn. It was close. Okay, fingers crossed for hyperspawns. Yeah, are we gonna have to pile camp again? Yeah, it looks like, yeah, it looks like our best bet is gonna be camping a pile. This seems like as good of a pile as any. This was definitely the way to go. I will never try to get the kobolds out in the regular area again. If we had done it this way, we could have been done like 15 minutes ago. This pile must be tired. It got exhausted. Just completely stop producing mobs. Oh, look at that. As soon as that guy walked away, not only did multiple mobs spawn, but a chest spawned. There's no way we get to this chest before another player swoops in and grabs it. Maybe, and I doubt standing near it's gonna dissuade anybody. We're about to find out. Oh, we might get it. So obviously there's going to be a blue item in it. Healing potions. At this point, healing potions are worth a lot. And that is our last ear. So yeah, we can hearth out of here. We set our hearthstone back in Thelsamar. Let's go ahead and do that.
Great to meet you. Keep your feet on the ground. Hello. See you soon. What can I get for you today? Safe travels.
Okay, so I need to have a list of things that I need to do once we get back to Stormwind. Let's see. Alright, so I want to check the auction house for like some green gear, like anything green. We need to train first aid. What else do we need to do in Stormwind? I think that's probably it. Check the auction house, train first aid, train like rogue training. We gotta train 14. And I can't really think of anything else. I'm gonna let this go until it hits 75. And then we'll stop it. There we go.
What can I do for you?
We'll sell one of the stacks. We'll sell the old ones. I grabbed some throwing weapons, so we're good on ranged weapons for now. I'm probably gonna keep using the throw and stuff until we can get a stat stick. I have to visit the bank, so we gotta drop some stuff off at the bank. I want to dump all my herbs. Okay, let's get ourselves on a flight. Where is this guy for the turn-in? There he is.
What can I do for you? Safe travel.
And hey, level 15. We're gonna start going right into deflection. Are there thrown weapons with stats? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there are thrown weapons with stats. Well, eventually we'll find a bow or a gun or something that has like stamina or agility on it.
Be good.
And that'll be the time when we need to equip a bow or a gun. I don't think there are thrown weapons with stats in Classic Era just because they're finite. You know, they run out, so...
How are you?
Alright, I'm gonna put us on a flight to Stormwind. And I'm gonna take like a 10-minute break. I need to refill my coffee, I need to get a little snack in me, and then we'll come back and we'll play for a bit more. We're gonna go to Westfall and start doing some stuff over that way. So yeah, I will put us on the break screen, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Alright, we are back. And yeah, sorry about the Stormwind music. I should have realized it was going to get loud. I could have turned it down a bit for you guys. Alright, gotta go back to my list because I already forgot everything we need to do. Auction house, bank, first aid, and rogue training. Let's head over and do the rogue training first.
What can I do for you?
Expose armor, which is a finisher that reduces armor. I don't think we'll ever use this, but okay. Garrote, 144 damage over 18 seconds. Requires stealth. Oh, okay. This might be a reason to start using stealth a little bit, because this is a damage over time. Damage over time is fun. And Sinister Strike rank 3. And that's it.
See you around.
Alright, so... I can't backstab because I don't have daggers. But we can... garrote. Yeah, that's good. We're gonna try a little bit of stealth. A little bit. Alright, so that's rogue training. From here, let's head up to Cathedral Square. A couple of things. We gotta do first aid, and I have to grab this quest here, Humble Beginnings. Which we'll eventually be doing over in Westfall. If I don't grab it now, I'm gonna forget about it. When am I planning to hit 60? 200 hours from now. However long it takes me to play for about 200 more hours. So sometime in 2027. It took us about a month and a half on the Pally. I feel like it was about a month and a half for us to level up the Paladin. We just capped off a couple weeks ago. So it'll probably take a similar amount of time on this character. Like, I don't think there's any way that I'm gonna get capped out by December 12th. Which is when the first raids open up. I might be in the 50s by then, but yeah, there's probably no way. There's gonna be a lot of people that are not even close to cap by the time the raid comes out. The funny thing is the blue post was like, oh, don't worry. You'll have plenty of time for your adventure before we roll out the raid. Raid opens on December 12th. I'm like, that's not even 1 month from the launch. Like, most people are not going to be 60 by then. But yeah, lots of time. Sure, Blizzard, sure. You've played Classic before, I can tell.
You need something?
I can tell. Am I enjoying the rogue? Yeah, absolutely. I love the flow of combat and the momentum on the rogue.
See you later.
Nathadril, thank you so much for the membership. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here. And 9 hours a day to make it to 60 by the 12th. Yeah, but literally if you read their posts, they talk about how much time you're going to have and that you shouldn't worry. Because you'll have plenty of time for your adventure before the raids open. Like, they literally say that. It's like, yeah, you got plenty of time if you plan to play for 9 hours every single day. Okay, like, no, I don't plan to do that. And although there are some people that do that, the majority of people that play Classic are not going to do that either. I'm not kidding, they've never played Classic. Like, at least the person who wrote that blue post has not played Classic, and the people who decided the time was when the raid would open have not played Classic. Like, if their intention was to give people enough time to hit 60, December 12 is too soon. A good time would probably have been after the holidays. Like, the second week of January would have been a good time for raid to open. More people would be 60 by then, and it would be after the holidays.
Go with honor.
But you know, what do I know? There are people already at 40. Yeah, exactly. No shit. Like, there are people already at 40, because those people are doing one of two things. Either they've only slept a handful of hours since launch, or they are account sharing with their buddies. So yeah, there are people 40. And they're either disgusting poop sockers who've slept for 2 hours, or more likely, they're account sharing. Because that's the only way you could hit 40 since launch. There are no tricks in Classic era, it just takes time to level up. There are like efficient routes you can take and things you can do. And there's stuff like mage AoE grinding. But it just takes time. Bank was our last stop. Bank and then auction house. If you have 3 hours a night to play every night, and most people don't, it'll take you about 3 months to hit 60. Exactly. And that's like, even to say that you're someone that has like 3 hours a day to play, like, okay, like, yeah, if you're a big fan of Classic, like, maybe you have 3 hours a day every day to play. Maybe you have 3 hours a day on most days, and you have 6 hours to play on Saturdays. Something like that. But yeah, let's say you can do an average of 3 hours a day. It's going to take you, yeah, about 3 months. Right. So yeah, so most people are not going to be ready for the first tier of raids, like, and that's fine. I think, like, the majority of casual players will probably hit level 60 by the time the second raid comes out.
For the Alliance.
There's a streamer at 39. He hasn't stopped since launch. No sleep, nothing, just eating pizza. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's your one example. Like, you can either be poop socking it, or you can be account sharing. And that's about the only way to do it. Maybe you squeeze in an hour of sleep when you just can't keep yourself awake anymore. But that's about all you can afford. Let's see. I think our weapons are good. Our weapons are probably still okay. Maybe we should look for some actual, like, equipment. Our chest is good. Of the monkey. They want 85 silver for an of the monkey. I have 95 silver, so there's no way that I'm buying this. Intellect spirit I don't need. Spirit stamina. Spirit stamina is going to be the way to go. As far as like what we can reasonably afford that has stats. So I'm going to grab that. It's not terrible. Let's look at pants. Spirit stamina again, 25 silver still. Intellect strength 18 silver. That doesn't help us at all. Yeah, just pretty expensive. Maybe not even, maybe not worth it. It feels like it would kind of be worth it. Oh, what's this? Oh, stamina intellect. I mean, the intellect doesn't help us, but the stamina would be nice, and they're cheap. Agility spirit. Let's grab the agility spirit. I feel like that's okay. 11 silvers is pretty good. Attack, 10 attack power. We can get these, we can get them with stamina for 15. Yeah, let's take the stamina for 15 silver. I might just grab bracers of spirits because that's pretty affordable. Gloves of defense. Okay. I don't really think we want gloves of defense. I'm just gonna go like full spirit build. There we go, and I think we're done. We're basically broke, so let's be done with that. There we go. That's our new look. Let's go vendor all the old stuff.
You need something? Light bless you.
Looks like it's a rainy evening here in Elwyn Forest. I wonder if it'll also be raining in Westfall. $150 people talking at once is probably too much, especially if you're trying to actually engage. I'm in a smaller guild now, but I don't know what my future plans are for being in a guild. Whether I'll just stick here, or maybe I'll find something else, maybe I'll end up having to apply for a guild. I don't know. Guess I have lots of time to think about it. I don't think I'm gonna start a guild or have my own guild. I would just like to get into an existing guild. We need Herbalism 100. What do we have? We have Herbalism 96. We're 4 points away from being able to grab this.
Good day to you.
Hello. See you around. See you later.
Yep, into Westfall once again. Once again into the trenches. It's kind of a weird, cloudy evening in Westfall. Like, I think it's nighttime, but it's very, very cloudy.
Light be with you. Be careful.
Well met. Have a good one. See you around. Safe travels. Be careful. Farewell. Buffalo Bill, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream.
Is it better to sell the leather now or wait? That depends on a couple of different things. It depends on like your priorities and needs. Like, do you need silver right now? Then you should sell it now. It also depends on like what happens to the server. Like, does the server stay populated? Does the economy grow? Do people roll alts? And then if that's the case, then if you hold on to it till later, you might be able to sell it at a bigger profit. It's a trade-off. You know, you can hang on to it and take the risk that like, yeah, likely it'll sell for more later, but then you might be broke right now. I've just been vendoring my light leather. I think maybe if I got into medium leather and heavy leather, maybe I'd start hanging on to that. Light leather never sells for a lot on the auction house, even in economies that are pre-existing, that have been around for a long time. So I would say if you're going to hold on to anything, hold on to the middle ground items, like medium leather, heavy leather, thick leather, like hold on to that later on stuff. But the earliest leather and the leather that you get at 60, like none of those are going to sell for a lot long term. Oh yeah, and do you have room to hold on to it? Like, do you have room in your bank? Because if you don't have money, you probably can't afford bags, and if you can't afford bags, you probably can't afford bank slots, and you don't have bags to put in the bank slots, then you're going to run out of space to store it. So yeah, a lot of different factors. Raider's Cloak of the Bear, 2 stamina, 1 strength. That's better than no stats at all. So that's a great find. Look at that. Alright, this guy's level 17. I don't really need to be fighting level 17 guys. I think I've gone too far to the south. Maybe I should turn back around. Maybe after we get this herb. Yeah, Peace Bloom, we can get that. Let's heal up a little bit. Yeah, not doing multiple starting areas in Classic WoW is going to make everything very challenging after that. But, you know, when you're learning to play, when you're first playing, unless you have somebody to explain those things to you, then you don't know. And then, like, it takes a while to learn that stuff. But yeah, it doesn't take long to realize that you're kind of, like, behind the leveling curve. And like alternatively, you could just do a bunch of grinding. You could find a nice grinding spot where your class can kill the mobs pretty easily without a lot of downtime. Preferably a mob that is still yellow, but maybe close to being green. And you could just grind. With this character, I'm trying to determine whether or not I want to skip Darkshore. Typically, we'd go to Darkshore at level 16. And I would say, like, overall, we probably get about 1.5 levels of experience out of Darkshore. And on this character, I'm wondering, do I skip it? Do I skip all the questing in Darkshore? And do I focus on doing a little bit more grinding here, a little bit more grinding there? A couple more dungeons here, a couple more dungeons there, and maybe I don't need to do Darkshore. maybe I can just do Westfall and lock Modan. That's what I've been thinking about for this run. But then again, I tell myself, you know, if you don't go to Darkshore, then you don't have any of the flight points in Kalimdor, and then that makes it harder to travel around later on.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Yeah, what are the chances I'll do BFD? I'll definitely want to do BFD. That's the thing. Like, I definitely want to do every dungeon that I can.
Specific.
So by that token, I should probably at least do a little bit of stuff in Darkshore. Even if I don't want to do the whole zone, we should at least go there at like level 16. And we should do a little bit, I guess. See, it's hard to make the choice to skip a zone, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, ultimately you need flight points, stuff like that. I think we have a recipe for the eggs. Yeah. I'm gonna save the eggs. Especially since we haven't been doing any fishing yet. Coyote meat, I don't know if we get a recipe for eventually. Copper bolts I don't need.
Be careful.
Need help? Go with honor, friend. Light bless you, King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Hey there. See you around.
What can I do for you? Safe travels.
There's a recipe for coyote meat at 50. Right on. Let's see. We are 40.
How are you?
So maybe I should be hanging on to
See
it.
you later. See you around.
Then again, at this point, the inventory space is worth more because it's so limited. Holding on to the herbs and stuff is obviously hurting. Part of me just wants to be vendoring the herbs.
For the Alliance.
Is it an add-on that tells me the layer on the minimap? Yeah, that's the Nova World buffs. The Nova World buffs add-on is the thing that's telling me the layer. There's probably other add-ons that only tell you what layer. I'm not sure. And apparently we are on layer 8. For some reason I thought this was the house with the pocket watch in it, but it's not. Where in the hell am I? Okay. Alright, I guess the house with the pocket watch is up here. I was much further south than I thought I was. At least we found a bunch of the oats. Did I have a hard time at early levels as a warrior? No. Not as a warrior. The only classes that I've had a hard time at low levels are the hunter and the druid. If you're having a hard time as a warrior, you need a new weapon. Go get yourself a better weapon. That's basically all that it means. Like, the warrior is the highest DPS in the game, so like it's one of two things. Either you're fighting enemies that are a bit out of your range, or you need a better weapon. So yeah, if you're not fighting orange enemies, treat yourself at the auction house. The warrior, it's really important that like every 5 levels, you should be shopping for a weapon upgrade. So like as often as possible, you want the best weapon you can equip. You're broke, then you got to go somewhere where you can farm up like some easy kills. Like yeah, the only way that a warrior is gonna struggle is if your weapon's bad or really old. Otherwise, you're just gonna crush everything. Okay, let's go see what the Murloc situation is like down here. We need Murloc eyes. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty farmed out. Maybe we'll get lucky and there will be hyper spawns. Let's go stand on a body and just kind of see what happens. Yeah, they're spawning in relatively quickly. Our inventory is sadly already full. But the good news is we got all of our Murloc eyes. Let's run ourselves back down to the Chaldean farm and we'll try to vendor. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just start vendoring herbs for now. Like, maybe this character being the first character that I'm leveling up on this server, like, maybe this character is not gonna have a production profession. Maybe this character is simply going to be a gatherer. Just so we can vendor stuff and bank as much silver, as much gold as we can. Later on, when the server has more gold in the economy, we can start selling stuff on the auction house, because I feel like trying to hold on to this stuff is just not working. And I think it's going to be more valuable just to make the money now.
Hello. Safe travels.
Of course, this guy wants to give me a bunch of junk that I don't need. Perfect.
You need something? See you later.
What can I do for you?
There are people in Westfall that love to do the chicken emote. I can hear that. What I also noticed is that this guy sells special chicken feed. Restores 30 health over 15 seconds. So if you really want to roleplay as a chicken, now you can.
Go with honor, friend.
Oh, that's nice. Cadet's Vest of the Bear. That's probably a green that we put in the auction, in the bank and sell later. Any of the bear stuff I'm gonna put in the bank. Once the economy is bigger, it's that kind of stuff that sells for the most. Alright, so those cooking quests are complete. Let's go turn that in. That way we get all that stuff out of the inventory right away. We still have to find trappers, smugglers, and we should see if we can get the knoll paws. Sometimes the knolls are completely camped out and we can't get any of them. Sometimes they respawn fast enough that we can. So we'll go to the north and we'll see what those camps look like.
Can I help you? See you around. Farewell. Be careful. Safe travels.
Greetings.
We still have to find the rest of Bags of Oats, which I guess that quest stopped tracking. For whatever reason. Yeah, that one's not tracking, that one's not tracking. There we go, now they're all tracking. That looks better. There we go. That's 8 out of 8.
Something? Have a good one.
Well, let's hang out here for a second and see if these guys are going to have a fast respawn rate. It looks like this person was AFK. I probably just saved them from coming back to a corpse. I love watching the incremental moonrise. If you watch long enough, you can see the moon, like, slowly inch its way above the horizon. It's kind of nice. Rogue's getting harder after 30, you miss a lot. Did you go, 2 questions, did you go into precision? Did you take all 5 points here? Because if not, that'll help you hit a little bit more. It took you 20 years to realize that there's 2 moons. It happens. I don't know that you often see them both in the same sky. Maybe sometimes you do. Maybe once the moon's been out for a while, maybe then you would see them both. But depending on what times of day that you play, it's likely that you've never seen them both. And then unless you know the lore, there's no reason that you would know that there are 2 moons. And anyway, that's no moon. That's a space station. The respawn rate over here is not great. It's not great. Maybe we head over to this side. I feel like the camp over on this side is a little bit bigger. It's probably more camped out by other players, but let's go have a look. Oh yeah, here we go. I'll take you. Okay, I'll take all of you. Oh, that was a bad idea because I don't have evasion up. But we got potions, so I think we'll be fine. If we can focus fire one of these guys down, we'll be fine. Well, this guy's helping me out, which he didn't have to do that. Well, we were fine. We were fine to handle 3 of them. Let's camp out here for a minute and see. I feel like we're at that point where we have to just camp a pile and hope for the respawn rate to crank out. Hope that we get lucky with tags. We got help, but to be fair, I tagged 3 of them and we would have been fine to kill all 3 of them. I didn't even use a potion, so I'm happy to have the help, but in that case I didn't need it. When do you switch skinning for alchemy? Whenever you want. I'm not sure that I'm gonna switch. I think for this character I'm gonna stick on herbalism and skinning. Because I think it's gonna be better just to sell stuff. And then on any ults that we do after this character's been 60 for a while, we'll think about production professions. But I think on my first character, I'm just going to do 2 gathering professions. For the amount of people here, the respawn rate is not really helping us at all. We could continue down the coast here, but I feel like it's probably going to be more of the same. As soon as I walk away from this, it's going to respawn. So I'd like to hang out here until it respawns one more time. And then we'll go check somewhere else. But yeah, if I walk away now, then all the time I spent camping here is wasted. The bird has a high respawn rate. I wish the gnolls had the same respawn rate that the bird has. Because the bird has respawned 3 times since we've been here. And the gnolls not at all. Maybe my lair died. This would probably be a great time to get an invite to a different lair. Cause yeah, I think this one is dead. I've never seen it. Like, this is the longest I've seen it take respawn since, like, opening night. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's more bodies here, but maybe this will be more active. Look, like, already I see more players. Esme, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see if this layer has a better respawn rate. The seeing players is a good sign. I feel like my layer just got, like, severely underpopulated all of a sudden. And how cool was that just to, like, phase into another layer? Look, we're in layer 10 now. We went from layer 8 to layer 10. Well, that's the highest number layer that I've been a part of. I mean, maybe this respawn rate just sucks, regardless of where you are or what you're doing. Look at that, that guy ran right into one. Okay, this is yeah, it's not happening. Let's head over here and see. Maybe we'll just get lucky with random respawns if we keep moving. But you know, we could go into the mine. We don't have to do this right now, and maybe we shouldn't. For whatever reason, this does not seem to be the time to go after these guys. They're not respawning at all. Let's go into the mine. We're really close. The mine always has like a redonkulous respawn rate. So let's go do that instead. That's probably going to be, like, better for our time. And also, our inventory is going to be full, like, basically it's already full, right? It's definitely going to fill up when we go into this mine. It's probably going to fill up long before we complete the quest. What is going on in my inventory? A bunch of cooking recipes that I can't learn yet because I've been really far behind on my cooking. Just some junk that I need to vendor, some eggs I'm probably never going to get around to cooking, some buff food that I'm not eating, and a 4-slot bag that I don't really need. Excellent. Oh god. Well, this looks fun. Do I want a group? I guess I don't have a choice, right? I mean, if I want to get more tags, like getting into a group makes sense. I really don't like giving up the loot and giving up the kill XP, but yeah, we'll see. I feel like I could do this on my own. I just want my own kill XP and I want my own loot, and I'm fine just to do this on my own. I for whatever reason, like, unless it's an elite quest, I don't like grouping for like just regular quests. Where is this guy going? Dude, come back! I don't even think I can get up there. Maybe he'll come back. Yeah, he's got to come back to die. Okay, here we go. Oh, we can get up there. Okay, cool. Alright, same thing here. We're not going to be able to keep moving. We're probably going to have to pick a little corner of this area and kind of camp it out. Maybe we camp out down here. Right here seems to be an okay area. I don't like the kobolds. The kobolds are kind of a distraction, and they run really fast, which could obviously get us into a lot of trouble. But this area seems hot at the moment. The throwing knives are coming in clutch. So many enemies I get to tag that if I didn't have the throwing knives, I wouldn't be able to tag. If we didn't have these, it would be very frustrating. Well, that's how you get chased right out of the entire mine. That's awesome. Somehow we didn't die. Well, we have all of our kills now. And we just need 4 more bandanas. 3 more bandanas. John, that's awesome, man. It's probably, is the bag drop too late to be helpful? My first bag drop was too late to be helpful. We did eventually get a red bag, but I already had full bag slots by then. No, the chest! We were so close to getting the chest. There's probably a blue in it. There we go. I think we're done. Maybe not. Nope, nope. Maybe my Questie is simply not updating. Because I think we had more than 12. No, we only had 12. Okay, I just can't count. That's all. We need 1 million more. So... I refuse to chase those guys. Like, I don't care what kind of trouble they bring. I'm not going to chase them all over the entire mine. They run way too fast, and I don't have a way to slow them down, so... Yeah, there we go. They can run off and do whatever. They can come back when they're ready to die. Our inventory is full, but I'm not leaving here until we're done. For the Null quest, there's less people closer to the lighthouse. I will keep that in mind. I don't think we'll do that one until later on. The ones over by the lighthouse are a little bit of a higher level than the ones up to the north. Alright, this could be bad. We got evasion up, so maybe we can survive. Not like that. I don't know where he's going. I really don't know why he's running off all of a sudden. For some reason, he's seemingly aggroed the other player. I guess I'll take it. Aggro continues to be really, really weird. We need one more bandana. Ooh, look at that. We're definitely going to make room in the inventory for that. The Red Defias head mask. Classes, Rogue. Rogue only. What do I want to drop? This. How am I doing? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I'm doing better now that I have this face mask. Look at that. Very cool. You still need it to drop? I'm really surprised that we got it. We got it off the last guy that I was planning to kill. So that was very lucky. Alright, now we need to get the heck out of here. And we have to spend our talent point. Put that into deflection. We could check out some of these null camps. I'm not going to go all the way down to the lighthouse. But we can check out some of the areas over here and see if we can get a few more of the paws. If we can finish it, that's great. If we can't finish it, we'll come back later and do it. Inventory space is still obviously completely full, so it's probably just a bad idea. We should probably just head back to town. Well, let's check the camps and see. Yeah, everything here looks completely dead. I don't see anything alive. Alright, that's fine. Let's head back to town. And we'll turn some things in, we'll empty the inventory and see what we want to do next. Can I recommend a way to make lots of gold? It's been 20 years, man. I still haven't figured out how to make gold. The professions. Professions come into play somehow. But also, like, lots of farming probably comes into play. Depending on what kind of server you're on, you're not going to make money. Like, if you're on a fresh start server, there is no money to be made because there's no money in the economy. Like, your best chance to make money is to go on to a server that's been around for a really long time. And hope that people are rolling alts and that you can sell them, like, lower level mats on the auction house. But I can't speak from experience. I'm broke in the game, and I'm broke in real life, so I'm not really someone who's going to be able to tell you how to make money. I wish I could figure it out. You've got a gold? Man, that's a lot. We're close to a gold. We got 73 silver. But then again, I've been buying, like, probably too much stuff on the auction house.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend. Light bless you. Well met. For the Alliance.
Looking for something specific? Have a good one. Hello.
See you around.
Let's go train level 16. We get another rank of Eviscerate, and I think that's pretty much it. We get Lockpick. I'm really not looking forward to leveling up lockpicking. I know it's kind of something we want to do as a rogue. I'm not looking forward to it. Not even really sure how to go about leveling it up necessarily. I know there's a place in Red Ridge where there's like a bunch of lockboxes. And I guess we can go places like that are intentionally set up to help us level it up. But besides that, and finding like random chests, I really don't know. I don't really want to stand in Stormwind and like open people's lockboxes for skill ups. Doesn't sound fun. Do I do dungeons with viewers, like people from chat? Yeah, I have. I'll do a dungeon with anybody who invites me to a group. Like, if you're at level for a dungeon and you wanna run a dungeon, like, let's run a dungeon. It doesn't happen all the time, but yeah, sometimes. There's a quest that points you to the Red Ridge area. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, lockpicking is not something that I'm super stoked about.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
There we go. Yeah, we won't be worrying about this for a while.
Right back!
We're not going to be questing in Red Ridge for a little bit, so whenever we happen to be out that way, then we'll do it. But I'm not exactly in a big rush, so... we'll just do it whenever we get to it. I guess the next thing I would do at level 16, I would probably take us into Darkshore. Darkshore is probably going to be the next place we quest. We'll do some stuff in Darkshore. We'll have more stuff to do in Loch Modan. We got more stuff to do in Westfall. I think we'll do Darkshore, then we'll come back to Westfall. We'll try to finish up the rest of the Defias quest, so that we can then get the quest to do Dead Mines. But yeah, that's going to be next time, guys. I'm going to take a break right here for today. I have dinner coming up, so I'm going to attend to that. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, and all the support. Hope you all have a good rest of your afternoon or evening time. And as always, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.